Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the Olight Array 2 Pro, and it's a headlamp with a rechargeable battery pack, and it's got a few things that are kind of unique with it in comparison to some other ones, and I was looking forward to getting one of these to show you guys, and I've got quite a bit of uses for this myself, so excited to kind of take a look at this with you and show it. The box does say it's got a 2-year warranty. Anything purchased new from Olight after January of 23, you get a lifetime warranty, and it's based off of the serial number of the light that you get. So this particular Array 2 is orange. They do come in orange as well as just a standard black, but I wanted to get this one just so it was a little bit more visible, and I don't have a lot of orange lights yet, so I'm hoping to kind of increase that a little bit. The orange coloring is growing on me as far as the type that they use and the tint of it. So I really like that. But let's go ahead and get this open, and we'll go over a few things about it. I'll use my Oticle here to crack the plastic. Get that pulled off, and then you've got your tab at the top of the box here to get it open. And inside we've got a plastic container that the light itself is in, and pop the top off of this here. And you've got your instruction manual for the light itself, and then you've got the light and all of the goodies for the light. So there's the headband for it and some other stuff here. So we'll go through all of this, and then we'll take a look at the light. So initially you've got a USB A to C charging cable. It does recharge off of the Type-C. And then it looks like you got a couple clips to replace the retaining clips for the wiring for the light itself if you need them because of loss or damage or anything like that. So this one, I'm not as familiar with the different operation function of it, so it'll be kind of a learning experience for both of us here. We'll take a look at it. It looks like you've got your battery pack in the back side, and then your charging door on the side here for that Type-C. And that just snapped back in for that rubber piece. Don't see any buttons or anything on this battery pack, and it doesn't appear initially that it can be opened. There might be a way, don't hold me to that, but yeah, I don't think it's user serviceable as far as the battery goes. If I'm wrong, anybody knows any different, please leave a comment and let me know of that. But the light itself, you've got your first use, remove the protective cover from the lens just to make sure you don't damage that, and you are good to go with the light. So the light itself has the button on the top here. It gives you a different functions of the light, lets you kind of toggle through them. I think it was in lockout mode, which is what that flash was when I hit it. Now it'll stay on and lock on, and then you can hold it and adjust your brightness just like with the flashlights. And if you have it on and tap it twice, it activates both those emitters. And then if you tap it 3 times, it goes to the red light. And nope, 3 times it gives you your SOS flashes, and it toggles between those other modes just by double tapping it. Now it does have a proximity sensor. If you wave your hand in front of it, it's touchless, so you can change the brightness, and I think that's all you can do with it, is just change the brightness with that light. But you've got your 2 different LED emitters, and then your red light. emitter there, and I apologize if that washed out the video at all. It did kind of blind myself, but that's okay. So we're just kind of playing around with this. You can adjust the angle of the light itself. It's very small. A lot of the Olights are typically a little smaller once I get them in my hand than what I think they're going to be based off of pictures that I see, but that's never been a disappointment in the end as far as what I'm getting from the light. The lights are all astonishingly bright for no bigger than they are. So you've got your emergency SOS signaling that we had here, but the light itself is a maximum of 1500 lumens for the Array 2 Pro, and then with the 1500 lumens it gives you about 27.5 max runtime, and that would be on the lower settings, so you do have quite a bit of time with it. And then you have the LED floodlight, and then the spotlight and floodlight, and then the red light mode. The red light mode itself, I think, let me turn this back on and toggle over. I don't think, oh no, there is. So I figured it was just going to be one, but it looks like you have a low, medium, and high mode for the red as well. So that's very, very nice. And then your first mode, or your first step, looks like it's the floodlight, and then the second one activates the spotlight with the floodlight, and then again you go back to your red light. So very nice setup with that. I'm looking forward to getting this charged up and using it. But so with the headband, it's a sweat-proof headband. It feels like it's a really nice neoprene, and it's got some orange stitching in it that goes with the light itself. And then you've got those clips that there was a couple of replacements in that hold the power cable that goes around back to the charger itself. And then you can adjust the headband to make it tighter or looser for your head, or a hard hat if you were going to put it on a hard hat, whatever you wanted to do with it. So you just pull that out and then cinch it back down, and then run this through to make it even, and then you've made your adjustment there and how big the loop or the band is. So very handy. I really like the material of this, and it's got some grooves in it to give you some heat dissipation, as just like any of the flashlights, especially the higher output ones, they're going to get warm. So that'll kind of help keep that a little cooler, since it is going to be on your head. So very nice little setup with this, and I'm excited to use this. I'm going to probably use this more than a couple of the flashlights that I carry about every day. So with the spotlight and everything, you have a maximum throw of 150 meters with the flood and the spotlight activated, and the tilt in that clicking here, it does feel very nice. It's a very positive click when you move it, and it's not difficult to move, but it's sturdy, so it doesn't give me the inclination that it's going to move on me once I set it. There's also on this a status light that shows you your charge, and then it tells you that it's a 3500 milliamp battery, or 3350 battery on the inside, and then for the MAH, and then it's 3.6 volt for the output. So you got your button control again on the top here, and it gives you the ability to switch between all the different modes and everything else that you need there. And then the sensing is 50 millimeters. So 50 millimeters, you just wave your hand across it, and if your hands are dirty or wet or anything and you don't want to touch it, or you have gloves on and don't want to fumble trying to find that button, you can certainly change the brightness of it by waving in front of it there too. There may be some other options. I'm not as familiar with this light, since it's the first style of this that I've had. So there may be some different functions that you can do with the hand gestures that I didn't immediately figure out by just kind of playing around with it along with you guys. So Again, Type C to recharge the battery pack, and then you've got your 4 hours and 20 minutes of runtime on the SOS mode, which is at the full 1500 lumens. And then with the floodlight on high, you've got 2 hours of runtime. Medium is going to be 170, and then your low minutes, 170 minutes. The high, is 450 minutes. And then the red light is 45 lumens on low, and that'll give you 18 hours of runtime on the red light. So the flood plus the spotlight, it reduces it a little bit because you're running both emitters as far as that goes, and it's just going to go down a little bit with the usage based off of the light setting that you're using. So very nice, put together, very lightweight. The whole thing, even with the battery, is lighter than a lot of the flashlights, at least in how it feels in my hand. So there's going to be some good comfortable wear with this, and that band is really soft, and I do like how this is curved to where it's curved, number one. Number two, you've got that inner band that's going to cover the plastic, so you're not going to have any plastic directly pressing up against you, which is going to make it much more comfortable. The headlamp that I'm replacing with this due to mechanical error or mechanical issue, and no longer is operational for how I need it, was significantly heavier than this, and it also was not near as bright and as what this is supposed to be. And just from the playing around with it here with you guys, it's definitely brighter than the other one is. So supposed to be is probably not the right word, but as far as the overall weight, it's 4.76 ounces, so under half pound, and that's again with the battery pack. So pretty excited about this. There's a couple different models of these. This one is the Pro. The Array 2 S, I believe, is the other one. Is similar light, just set up a little bit differently as far as how the emitters are positioned within it. And then I don't believe it has the red light, but I could be wrong on that. But this is again the Array 2 Pro. This particular one is the orange model, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a little bit about it with me. And I apologize, it was kind of a little bit more of a choppy video as far as the speaking and the dialogue, just because it's learning with you guys. I opened it up for the first time with you guys, and you're experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing at the same time, unless you already have one. So hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in the lights like this or any of the other lights that I have on the page, be sure to check out those other videos, as well as if you don't already have an OlightStore.com account, and there's a link in the description for you to click on and utilize my affiliate code. It gives you a $10 coupon, as well as a free keychain flashlight with your first order, and it helps me out in being able to continue to provide you guys with some content to watch, because there's a lot of things that I don't use as much, but would like to have and like to share with you as well. So appreciate your time and sticking it out through the video, and I hope you guys have a great day.